there's more bad news. I mean, no one's being hyperbolic when we say authoritarianism, when we say fascism, and really, like, you're not going to hear me scream like, freedom, what about our freedoms and our liberties? Except for now, NATO, because when techno-fascists back your government and support this president, you're going to get even more surveillance, and they will track you from cradle to grave. And we all know Palantir is building mass databases to track supposedly undocumented immigrants, and now everyone. Palantir is not directly involved yet in what I'm about to tell you, but NPR actually, while it still lives and breathes, broke this story that DHS, in partnership with the White House DOGE team, or DOGE, government efficiency, has rolled out a series of upgrades to a network of federal databases to allow state and county election officials to check the citizenship status of their entire voter lists, both U.S.-born and naturalized citizens, using data from the Social Security Administration as well as immigration databases. In other words, all of the culling and the hoovering up of our info that they've done, all of the firewalls that were put in place to protect our privacy within different federal administrations, that's all fallen away, as now our social security numbers are being used to check whether we're really citizens or not when it comes to voting. Now, leave aside the fact that non-citizens rarely vote. They rarely even attempt to vote. There is like the outlier. I think it's something like, God, what's the number? It's like in the last 10 years, there've been like 30 cases of voter fraud as well. It's very, very slim, but that's okay because it doesn't have to exist. This is obviously all a pretext to surveil us writ large. That is the searchable database, which I'm sure in Trump's hands will be perfectly fine. Hang on. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, which is under the Department of Homeland Security, is managing this tool. The agency didn't provide more information about how it will work when contacted by NPR, but the spokesman, Matthew Tragesser, called the development a game changer and said the agency looks forward to implementing more updates. Why? So you can blanket purge people from your voter rolls and from a fucking federal level with the press of a button? Yeah. Many other questions remain about how it will be used, what sort of data security measures are being taken, and how trustworthy the data the tool provides will be. It's also unknown what the federal government plans to do with the voter records after they've been run through the system. Discard them. Poo-poo on them. So again, this is there was a DHS database called Systematic Alien Verification for Entitlements, or SAVE. It was a little apparently clunky. It didn't work very well. Also kind of, again, superfluous. This just adds to that. This is like, oh, we're going to like supercharge it using all the DOGE information. But wait, NATO, there's more. Because now we know, we've seen photos of ICE agents taking pictures of the people that they've detained. And we now know they're using a new app called Mobile Fortify. And it's for in-the-field use for contractors and agents working with enforcement and removal operations. It empowers users with real-time biometric identity verification capabilities, utilizing contactless fingerprints and facial images captured by the camera on an ICE-issued cell phone without a secondary device collection. So now, before they had biometrics, so they were already using fingerprints. But now they're using facial ID. That's why they're taking photos. Again, when Trump was in November, before Trump was actually inaugurated, Biden was they were already rolling out AI-powered camera software to spot human traffickers, drug smugglers, this is according to Newsweek, and migrants in distress. Sure. Agents have been using the Eddie app, which helps officers with fingerprints. But now, again, we're moving into facial recognition. One former ICE agent requested anonymity, told Newsweek ICE has always used such technology. We use the Eddie app, which is fingerprint-based, but would generate images. It's been around for more than 15 years, and now it's not just fingerprints anymore. And it seems like, basically, when you take that photo, Mobile Fortify can compare people's faces with what CBP has in their database, because they've got 400,000 biometric transactions, 320 million identities that DHS currently holds. Remember, I don't know if you've left the country, NATO, in the last 6 months. I didn't leave the country, but I went to Hawaii, and you need like a passport now to fucking travel. And you've got, Christy Nome just like out there like, welcome. Now, well, an alligator is going to be smelling your genitals on your way out of the country. But they take your photo now. Apparently you can opt out, but they're taking your photo even when you're, going, anywhere, flying anywhere. Now, ICE agents are tracking people's faces and comparing them against the databases that CBP already had collected. Because again, a lot of immigrants are coming in, obviously through airports. The whole point is, NATO Green, we're just waiting until Palantir's like, I got this. I got it. We're just going to have one system. It'll be called Who Do I Want to Be King Next? It's got your voter ID. It's got your history. It's got what size tampon you prefer on day 3 of your period. And, it's got your child's middle name and her favorite story. Like, this is where we're fucking headed when it comes to, it's not just the denaturalization. It's not just the brown shirts. It's this fucking tracking. It's the loss of our civil liberties. Anyway, make it better. Mr. I'm cool with authoritarianism. I've made my peace with it. No.
Did I say that?
No, you didn't. You said, I know my role, which is definitely right between Zoran and his wife. I get it.
Look, have they had my cocktails? Do you know, I was just trying to explain this to somebody. People are familiar with the Manhattan. There's all of these like neighborhood variations.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard
the Manhattan, the Greenpoint and the Carroll Gardens and the Brooklyn and the.
Ooh, I love it.
I'll make them cocktails. It'll be great. Well, now I'm depressed. I'm back to being scared. Thanks, Francesca.
You're welcome.
Now, who's the party stopper now?
Me.
Yeah.
It's so. Is
your voice unusually raspy today? What's going on, sweetie?
This is irrelevant, but yes, I do have a cold.
Okay.
I tested for COVID, and sadly, it's not. I really wanted to be like, I don't want COVID, but I a little bit like want to be like, it's still there. It got me. It is still there.
I appreciate your commitment that you're out here podcasting for these ungrateful wretches.
Girl.
Pearls before swine when you're depleted at death's door like you are with the common cold.
NATO, should we get a Kristi Noem-like procedure to make us undetectable to Customs and Border Patrol?
Do you think that's why she does it? Because she, like, if she goes to the through to the TSA agent, they're like, it's blank. We just got a like a weird baseball cap and the number 88 and nothing else.
Well, that's part of it, is like you get Mar-a-Lago face so you can be undetectable and interchangeable from one another. So you evade their own systems.
Right. And you also want to there's some I mean someone is going to get, if higher education survives in America, someone will get tenure writing a PhD dissertation about the performance of gender in the reactionary right wing under
those pieces already are out, man. I mean, look, I don't know how to get through to any MAGA chuds because Piers Morgan no longer invites me on his show because I made fun of a billionaire who wants to live forever and measures his dick against his sons. But I do think that I think that really, if anyone has MAGA in your family, anyone who voted for Trump, please remind them that this is the least free we have ever been, and that there is something deeply wrong with creating massive voter rolls that are federalized and centralized and can be easily manipulated and can be easily purged. I mean, if you thought that voter suppression was bad before, just you wait, because we'll have elections. Will they be free? Will they be fair? I don't think so.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already,
subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do